Good evening, all of you guys. If you guys hear me, please just let me know through the chat box.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yeah. So we'll be starting in a minute, right? So we'll be starting in a minute. Until then, we'll just we'll wait for the people to join, right? Yeah. Ah, so I think everyone is present there. So just give your quick response in the chat box. Are you guys ready for the session, guys, to learn about the fundamentals of chemistry? Just say hi, hello in the chat box so that it motivates me, or we can say it drives me to explain the concepts regarding the chemistry, right? Yes, hi. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Right, ready? Right, hello. Yeah, so once again, guys, good evening, everyone. First of all, thanks for coming here. Let me introduce about myself. My name is Gopichan. As you can see, I teach chemistry, right? I've been into askIITians from past 3 years, and I have an experience of more than 6 years in chemistry, right? So I've graduated from NIT Nagpur. I'm basically from Telangana. You might have know my place is near Warangal. Okay, so this is about me, where I come from, and my college background and all. Right now, I'm in Ruwais. It's in UAE, near Abu Dhabi. Okay, but our students are having their farewell in school now. Probably you might have also done your farewells, I hope, right? So without wasting our time, right, we'll just start our session, and let me tell you the importance about this today's session, right? Yeah. So these are the key points that we are going to cover in the today's session, right? So I just have an introduction right now, and I'll just tell you the paper pattern and how the types of questions and all. And I'll discuss about the chapter weightage, and topic wise I'll discuss like key concepts, what I really need to focus on. Let me give you an example of solutions. Okay, so if we talk about solutions, the first thing comes in our mind is colligative properties. In colligative properties, especially osmotic pressure, the more weightage comes from the osmotic pressure. So but there are some topics where, like, ideal solution and non-ideal solution examples, how do we remember them? Okay, so we will be having a quick recap, or we can say check off that particular chapter, and where you need to study. Okay, everything will be going to discuss about the in this session, right? And one of the most important thing is like I'll be divide the category, how we are going to get the marks in the exam, like based upon the requirements of the paper, right? So how to approach the paper, that is very very important strategy, as we already having very less time for the examination. What best can be done, and what are the chapters and the areas that we need to focus. Okay, and we'll discuss about the strategies of the mock test, paper evaluations, and everything, right? And at the end, I'll attach a must do PDF, okay, for physical chemistry. I'll be sending the other as well, so it will be useful. For physical chemistry right now I have prepared for it, and I'll just discuss about how to revise the formulas and the short notes, and what are the do's and don'ts. Okay, that I'm going to discuss in the today's session. Okay, so if you look into the paper pattern, okay, so what exactly the paper pattern suggests for you, right? So you have 3 hours of exam. Everybody might have seen the sample paper. Please let's say people, how many of you gone through the sample paper? Just say yes in the chat box. How many of you just gone through the sample paper? Yes, good. Felicia, Francis, yes, good, nice. Yeah. So you have, so more few students have been actively responding in the chat box. I really appreciate them. Thanks for your response. Okay, so you might have seen the sample paper. Every year, CBSE will release the sample paper. So first and important thing is like everyone ever, even though your paper has been given, you need to check the set. Okay, you have written your 10th board marks, board exam, I know that, but still you need to see the set, and you need to see the number of pages, and you need to see the number of questions. For that, dedicatedly 15 minutes have been given to you. Even though it is a self-centered, but still it is your duty that you need to check all these things. Now comes to the subject point of view. You have 70 marks. Okay, so out of which 33 questions are there. It has been divided into 5 sections, right? So that is section A, B, C, D, and E, right? So what exactly it is suggests, right? So section A contains 16 MCQs. 16 MCQs. Out of 16, you have 12 MCQs and 4 assertion and reason type. Most of the students are facing difficulty in assertion and reason type, and many of my students, and even you probably having a issues how to do assertion and reason based questions. Today I'll discuss you the trick as well, how to do the assertion and reason also, right? And I'll tell you the MCQ strategy as well. Okay, how to do the MCQs, right, sir? For this, Ritesh, you'll get the access from the technical team, okay, from the support team. You can ask your faculties over there, like or your the management. Okay, they will be providing it to you. Okay, Ritesh. Yeah. So this is 16 MCQs, and each one carries 1 mark that you have knew already. 5 short answer question types. Many students have a doubt, sir, for the short answer, how to write an answer? What are the important points to write the short answer? Okay, that is for the 2 marks. I'll show you a question paper also, and I'll do in along with you. Like, okay, I'll be going to solve the paper along with you. Okay, and for your information, I scored 100% in my chemistry in my 12th exam. Okay, I'm from the state board. Okay, so in we have a board exams in your grade 11th and 12th also. So I got out in both exams. My in my 11th grade, in my 12th grade, I scored out in chemistry, and I believe this strategy will work for you as well. Okay, yeah. Then there will be a 7 short answer questions which carry 3 marks. Don't think that the question will be very straightforward. Like, sir, the question will be one, and you will have a 3 marks straight. No, they will be divided into sections, like question number 21 A, B, C, like that. Each question 1 mark. Like, I mean to say subparts they will be. Then there will be a 2 case based. Okay, and then there will be a 3 long answers, same. There is no straight 5 mark question. You'll be having a 3 mark and a 2 mark, like that, right? All questions are compulsory. There is no weightage. There is no choice options for you. You just need to do all the questions. Sincere and serious request, everybody listen to me very carefully. When you are writing the test, don't forget this tip. Have a star mark. Please write all the question numbers in the answer sheet. Again, I'm repeating, write the question numbers. Why you need to write the question number? The reason, because when I was written my 10th board exams, there is a a bonus question is there, like, which means to say it is not there in the syllabus, but still they gave. Same thing happened in the JEE mains this year. Carnot engine was not there, but it has asked in the examination. So now people will ask the question. You can also, appeal for it, where you can get the grace marks for it. So I request everyone to mention the questions compulsory in the answer sheet. All questions. If you know the answer or not, you don't mind. Write all the question numbers. Don't write the questions. Question number is enough. Let's suppose question number 22, you know A and B. Okay, you don't know C, but still you write C and left blank. No need to worry about it. Okay, but everyone must and should do this one. This is the first step that I want to give you, everyone, regarding the exam. Yeah. So now let's discuss about the So now let's discuss about the weightage as per the chemistries. First one, I'm focusing on the physical chemistry. Physical chemistry is of 23 marks. Okay, 23 marks. Out of these 23, you are going to get 9 marks from the electrochemistry only. 9 marks you are going to get from the electrochemistry. So which is very, very important for you to focus on the physical chemistry part, right? So now if I start discussing about the physical chemistry. Yeah. So now, once we started discussing about the physical chemistry, first thing is like solutions, electrochemistry, and chemical kinetics. So majorly electrochemistry is there. So total marks it is carrying 23. Now let's discuss about the important points from the solutions chapter. Many of the students are often get ask me, sir, how to do the things and all. So I'll tell you guys directly. First, you need to focus on concentration units. First, you should do the concentration units. So in concentration units, what type of questions you need to focus mostly? You need to focus mostly on the density based. Density wala questions. Sir, can you tell me where you'll have the density type of questions? Yes, I will help you. Okay. So density, they will give you the density questions. Like you have one question that 5 grams of NaOH is dissolved in, 120 ml of a solution. Okay. So direct questions are there. Just you need to find the moles and then you need to divide it with the volume. You'll get the molarity. That kind of straightforward questions are there that they will may ask you for 2 marks. May not. Okay. Now, when it comes to the solution, first thing is concentration units. Everyone must and should know, right? And then when we talk about the molarity, mole fraction, highly ignored questions are ppm. There are few questions are there in the NCERT exercise. Don't ignore the ppm questions. You should know how to calculate the ppm questions also. Okay, one question is there in the exercise one. So that is about it. This is all about the concentration units. There is nothing much is important about the concentration units. Then next I will recommend you about the Henry's law. Okay, so then I am going to talk about the Henry's law. Sir, what I need to remember from the Henry's law? Henry's law, you should know about the graph and you should know about the formula. P is equal to KH into X. That you everyone need to know that. And very important, they may ask you the questions from the applications. Okay, they may also ask from the applications and units. Okay, that is one thing you need to know. Then next, later we need to discuss about the Raoult's law. So if the question is missing from the Henry's law application part, okay, what are bends? Either they may also ask in assertion and reason or in the MCQ types, application based, anoxia, okay, and bends, what happened at higher altitudes when you go deep inside the sea, okay, which is related with the dissolved oxygen and at the atmospheric pressure related questions you'll get from the Henry's law. What about the Raoult's law? Raoult's law, you should know about the formula about it. Okay, P is equal to P naught into X. Everyone should know about this one. And one more thing, don't ignore the Dalton's law. Dalton's law also, they may also ask the question, which is the sum of the partial pressure of the components. Okay, that is one more important thing about the Dalton's law. So this is about the Raoult's law. And Raoult's law, one more thing is like it is try to explain the ideal solutions. So most of the students ignore to study about the ideal solution. They know non-ideal solution. They know the examples of positive deviation and they know the examples of negative deviation. They often ignore, ideal solution examples. Okay, so you should know the conditions, both of them, that is like delta H, delta V mixture. Okay, everyone should know. Okay, delta H is not equal to 0, delta V mixture is not equal to 0 in case of non-ideal solutions. But what about ideal solution? Delta H is equal to 0, delta V mixture is equal to 0. Change in volume of the mixture, change in the enthalpy is 0. What are the examples of ideal solutions if you talk about? That is same type of nature, like N-octane, N-heptane, okay, टोलिन बेंजीन, इस तरह का क्वेश्चन काफी ज्यादा, इथाइल ब्रोमाइड, मिथाइल ब्रोमाइड, ओके, and the graphs of CCl4 benzene. Okay, usually non-polar compounds will have this one. Sir, positive deviation, how do I remember? Usually in positive deviation you will have alcohols, like best example ethanol, acetone CS2. Okay, these kind of examples. Okay, for negative deviation, if I'm talking about, majorly you need to focus on hydrogen bonding. Wherever you see hydrogen bonding, then you can blindly believe that it is showing the negative deviation. Okay, so this is the examples that you should know about. Aniline, chloroform, these are acetone and chloroform often comes in your examination. That is about the non-ideal solutions regarding the negative deviation. Positive deviation we did, and negative deviation also we did. Yeah, so this is about the Raoult's law. Sorry, this is about the solutions. So in solution, one more thing, for 2 marks they may ask you from the azeotropic mixture. So what do you mean by azeotropic mixture? Anyone have any idea? What do you mean by azeotropic mixture? In simple layman language, can anybody tell me? In the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and you can tell. What do you mean by azeotropic mixture? Mixture that can't you separate. Okay, sir, will we get the PDF of this, right? Yes, Thai, you will get this one. Okay, my heck. Okay, soon with the constant boiling point, right? Yeah, solution with the constant boiling point. Usually what we can say that the liquid solution and the vapor phase solution both boils at same temperature. We mean to say the mole fraction of vapor phase is equal to the mole fraction of the liquid phase. Okay, right? So दोनों का mole fraction same होगा, and they both boils at the constant temperature. What are the type of azeotropes? Minimum boiling point azeotrope and maximum boiling point azeotropes. How do you remember the minimum boiling point azeotropes? What are minimum boiling point azeotropes? What are the minimum boiling point azeotropes? Which have positive deviation will have minimum boiling point azeotropes. Okay, and which are have negative deviation, they are maximum boiling point azeotropes. Okay, this is another important thing that you guys should know. I already told you how to remember the positive deviation things, right? Alcohol, CS2, right? These are the examples. And negative deviation, you can remember then hydrogen bonding thing. Done. So with that azeotropic, we can also close. Next one, our very important and frequently asking in our examination, that is colligative properties. So colligative properties, when we study about the colligative properties, what do you need to first primarily focus on colligative property? Type of properties everybody should know. Delta P by P naught is equal to mole fraction. Don't forget to ignore the I. Quanta factor is also there. You have to solve 3 questions are there in the NCRT. In NCRT in-text questions also, please try to solve them. Very, very important. Okay. So relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point. Most of the students ask one important question that, sir, do we need to remember the KB value? Do we need to remember the KB value? Yes, you need to. KB is equal to 0.52 and KF, if I am writing for the freezing point, that is KF into M. Okay, that is 1.86 for the water. Okay, how do you write delta TB? Delta TB is equal to TB minus TB naught. So how do you write delta TF? TF naught minus TF. So what do you mean by TB and TB naught? For a pure solution is not. Okay, and for a pure component, and for the solution will be simply TB. Okay, 0 degree Celsius for water, and 100 degrees Celsius at for liquid solution, and for ice it will be 0 degrees Celsius. You need to convert them into Kelvin. No need, because if you take the difference, again it will get the same. So don't need to convert into Kelvin or something. Okay, so don't forget the values also. And most of the students often do mistakes in writing the units. You need to write the units when you calculate molarity, normality. Sir, will they deduct mark? Yes, they do. They deduct half mark. So you must and should mention the units. That is one more important point you need to remember, right? Yeah. So this is about this one. And finally, not but not the least, that is osmotic pressure. Yeah. So when I'm talking about the osmotic pressure, so how do you calculate the osmotic pressure? What are the what is the formula for osmotic pressure? In osmotic pressure, you should know about isotonic solutions, right? Don't forget that isotonic solution. And they will also ask you about the application about hypertonic and hypotonic. And there are few examples also there. Can anybody give the examples
So
of
they ask
hypertonic?
only application type of questions for isotonic and
No,
the one for
isotonic. For isotonic, they will ask for the definition. They can
yeah
ask
no
for the
they
definition.
can ask that the blood vessel question, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Blood vessel. And I'll show you. Wait, just a minute. Just a minute. I'll show you. Then it will be very easy for you all. Just a minute, guys. I'm just sharing the screen. Huh. One more thing. They will ask you to calculate the molecular weight for osmotic pressure. Example based questions they will ask. Like, I mean to say, how do you determine the molecular weight for micromolecules? How do you calculate? Remember this one. Osmotic pressure is widely used in determining the molecular mass of proteins, okay, polymers, and other macromolecules. Very important, this one. This point you should remember, okay. So osmotic pressure is very important, because you need to convert pi is equal to CRT, and C you need to convert N2 by V, that is moles per unit volume and all. And in this, yes, they will ask the definition of isotonic solution, right? And sir, will they ask about the, see, if you are getting a 2 mark question from solution, definitely the question will come from Henry's law or Raoult's law. If both are missed, they will ask questions from osmotic pressure. That is, what is isotonic solution? Or they will ask in terms of the example, or else they will ask about the, equation, like simple calculative questions. Okay. One more thing, you just need to remember these examples. So make sure that everyone will read this one. Okay. They are going to cover hypertonic and hypotonic in assertion and reason 2-3 times they asked. Even in mains also, even in the NEET exam also, even in boards, this paragraph has been asked so many times. So just have an eye on it. Okay. That's about the solutions chapter. Okay. And RO, reverse osmosis. I forgot to tell you, reverse osmosis. Okay. So don't forget about revising reverse osmosis. So you know about, I think abnormal molar mass is deleted from the chapter, isn't it? I mean to say from CBSE. Often you just need to know for degree of dissociation, all you just need to know I is equal to 1 plus n minus 1 into alpha. For association, I is equal to 1 plus 1 by n minus 1 into beta. Alpha is degree of dissociation. Beta is degree of association. You know how to do this one, right? For dimerizing, whenever there is a word used dimerize, you need to use beta. Okay. Whenever they say dissociation and all, you need to use alpha. And that, let's suppose if they say 80%, alpha will be 0.8. Okay. How to calculate and all that, to know. So want have factor, they may ask, they may not. But most importantly, I have covered everything, which is really, really important for the examination. Next, if you go to the electrochemistry part. So electrochemistry, recently, I started discussing with the students. Everybody, blindly, we know that what is the first thing comes in your exam? Nernst equation. So in Nernst equation, how do you calculate the E naught cell? Bigger value minus smaller value kar do. Always remember, because they will only give you the galvanic cell only. CBSE में ज्यादा आपको ट्विस्ट नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि आपका डेल्टा जी पॉजिटिव, डेल्टा जी नेगेटिव आने के लिए आपका ई नॉट सेल क्या होना चाहिए हमेशा? That's supposed to be positive. Okay, so always remember, if you have a doubt, sir, how to determine the cathode and anode, just simply what you need to do, bigger value minus smaller value. Let's suppose if I take the best example of the Daniel cell only. So what is the electrode potential of copper? All merchants should be in the reduction potential, sir. ठीक है, तो reduction potential है या नहीं, कैसे identify करेंगे? If the change in oxidation state, that is going from +2 to 0, so there is a decrease in oxidation state, so that will be a reduction potential. Okay, so for copper it is 0.34, and for, if you look into the zinc, that is minus 0.76. Okay, if you add both of them, you will get bigger value minus smaller value. Bigger value is what? Plus 0.34. What is the smaller value? Minus of minus 0.76. So if you add both of them, 1.1 volt. Correct? Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Okay. So in application based, application based, right? If the external voltage is same, there will be no flow of electrons. If the external voltage is less than that, what will happen? Like electron flow from zinc to copper. This also you should know the conditions. Okay. Then next, how to write the half cell reactions? Everybody know. Cell representation. Very important thing is cell representation. Students often get confused with the cell representation. That is anode, salt bridge, cathode. What happened at anode? Anode, there is oxidation. Salt bridge at cathode, that is reduction. Okay. And how do you remember this one? Lone, RRCP. RRCP means Rajasthan Royals Cup. Who won the first IPL? Who won the first IPL? Rajasthan Royals in IPL. Okay. Rajasthan Royals. So that's why this is at anode and this is at cathode, right? Left oxidation, anode, and the terminal is negative. Right reduction, cathode is positive. Okay. Left oxidation, anode negative, right reduction, cathode positive. ये कंपलसरी आइडिया होना चाहिए. तो नथिंग एल्स इज नीडेड. आपको नर्न्स्ट इक्वेशन का क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा. नर्न्स्ट इक्वेशन कैलकुलेट करने समय ना, बहुत सारे बच्चे क्या करते हैं कि बेसिक इक्वेशन रट के चले जाएंगे, राइट? प्लीज डोंट डू दैट. ओके, फॉर गॉड सेक. यस, आई नो ई सेल इज इक्वल टू ई नॉट सेल माइनस 0.059 डिवाइडेड बाय कुछ. मैंने देखा मेरे आंखों के सामने स्टूडेंट्स आर राइटिंग 2 डायरेक्टली. हाउ डू यू नो यू आर राइटिंग 2? How do you determine the 2 here? This is the number of electrons, number of common electrons involving in the reaction. ठीक है, आप reaction balance कर दो, then thereafter at the end you need to write that into log QC. Again there is a doubt. QC, how do you find the QC? Concentration of the product over concentration of the reactant. कुछ नहीं करना है, जहां पर आपको आयन्स दिखता है वो कर सकता है. ठीक है, तो let's suppose this is reactant and this is product. Okay, just you need to do P by Q, right? And always remember, write the equation, write the overall equation, then only you need to write the QC. Okay. And sir, do we need to remember the log values? Many students often ask this question to me, sir, do we need to remember the log values? No, dear, not required. Not at all required to remember the log values. Okay, they will give you basic like log 2, log 3 value you need to remember. log 5 and log 7 and all. If in case if higher values they are asking, they will definitely give in this. So for 2 marks, they may also ask from the standard hydrogen electrode to confuse you. You should know about the basic conditions. Okay. So you need to maintain 1 bar and 1 molar concentration also. And SHE is used to calculate the unknown potential. You should know about the application as well, right? And basic fundamental equation, how do you convert and everything, and you should know about the EMF series. EMF series mein, how do you do that? If the electrode potential, if the reduction potential, okay, if the reduction potential is given, if it is positive and if the reduction potential is negative, let's suppose two values I'll give you. E cell copper का ही example लेते हैं, तो plus 0.34. Okay, let's suppose if I'm taking magnesium Mg plus 2 Mg minus 2.37 volts. Okay, let us suppose, अगर मान लेते हैं ऐसा, तो अगर मैं पूछता हूँ इन दोनों में से कौन रेड्यूसिंग एजेंट की तरह एक्ट करता है, कौन ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट की तरह एक्ट करता है, कोई चैट बॉक्स में मेंशन कर लो. Which one will act as reducing agent and which one is act as oxidizing agent? My God, somebody said, sir, can you please do this question? Blood freezes at. Dear, I can do the questions now here, but we don't have the time to do that. Calculate the osmotic pressure. Oh, nice question actually. Density of blood is given. We can do. You can text me after the class. Okay, I'll give you my number. You can WhatsApp me. I can do it and I can send you. Yeah. Can you please start answering in the chat box? Among these two, which one will act as oxidizing agent? Which one will act as reducing agent? Even in your mains exam also, they asked, they give 4 reduction potential value, A, B, C, D. And out of this A, B, C, D, which one is acting as strongest reducing agent? Is anyone, can you guys hear me? Hello? Can you
Yes,
guys
sir.
hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
right? Yeah, please, can you please respond in the chat box? Ki among copper and magnesium, which one will act as oxidizing agent and which is act as reducing agent? And these all are, both are in reduction potentials. Dinakar,
Yes, sir.
probably you're from South
Yes, sir. Andhra.
Andhra. అవునా?
Yes, yes.
రేపాక పేరు చూసి
పేరు
అనుకున్నా.
మీది గోపీచంద్ పేరు చూసి
Nice.
sir.
Yeah. क्यों यार कोई आंसर ही नहीं कर रहा है? क्या समझ में नहीं आ रहा था क्या? ये तो क्वेश्चन ही है ना. अभी आपको 10-15 दिन में एग्जाम है. सिंपल याद रखना सब लोग यहाँ पे, जितना पॉजिटिव वैल्यू होगा, अगर आपका रिडक्शन पोटेंशियल वैल्यू पॉजिटिव होता है यानी मोर होता है कंपेयर्ड टू अमॉन्ग ऑल, तो दैट विल बी स्ट्रॉन्ग ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट. करेक्ट सानिका, दैट इज करेक्ट. नेक्स्ट, अगर आपका रिडक्शन पोटेंशियल वैल्यू जितना कम हो या लेस हो, ठीक है ना, वो स्ट्रॉन्ग रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट की तरह एक्ट करता है. और यही है, यही यूज करके हम प्रोडक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस को भी डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं. Let's suppose if you have copper sulfate and you are doing electrolysis, aqueous copper sulfate and you are doing electrolysis, or copper nitrate मान ले, ठीक है, तो what will happen, you'll have copper plus 2 ion in the solution and sulfate ion, and along with that you have H plus ion and OH minus ion. You know that at anode anions will deposit, so competition will be sulfate and hydroxide, both have the competition. And at cathode you have Cu plus 2 and H plus, these both have competition there. Now can you guys tell me which one will deposit among these two? At anode which one will deposit, and at cathode which one is deposit? Between sulfate and hydroxide which one will deposit? For this one we should know about the preferential discharge. Preferential discharge. So in the preferential discharge will be, you can remember like this, SNO CBI. Okay, SNO CBI, that means SNO means sulfate, nitrate, O means oxygen, means hydroxide will be deposited as O2, CBA means chlorine, B means bromine, and I means iodine. Okay.
So this is
So
for
preferential
pref
discharge on anode.
1 minute.
Okay. So if you look into this order, this is the order of deposition. Okay. So now there is a competition between sulfate and hydroxide. So now between sulfate and hydroxide, who is the winner? Hydroxide is the winner. So what is the product deposit there? O2 will deposit. Now there is a competition between copper and hydrogen. So who will be the winner? How do you decide? You should know about if you know the electrode potential value, then it's fine. जनरली आपको तो पता है जो मोस्ट रिएक्टिव मेटल्स होता है उसका वैल्यू नेगेटिव होती है, वो हाइड्रोजन से कम होता है, ठीक है ना। तो कॉपर का +0.34 होता है, हाइड्रोजन का होता है 0 होता है। तो मोर पॉजिटिव वैल्यू जिनका इलेक्ट्रोड पोटेंशियल जो है, इफ इट इज पॉजिटिव, दैट विल एक्ट एज स्ट्रॉन्ग ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट, एंड वन मोर थिंग, itself reduces faster, तो वो जल्दी reduce हो जाएगा, करेक्ट। तो जल्दी reduce होगा, तो what do you mean to say that among these two which one will be the deposit one? Copper is the winner, ठीक है। तो copper will deposit at cathode, oxygen will deposit at anode. How do you decide them? एनोड का काफी इजी है, स्नो हो CBI, कैथोड का इलेक्ट्रोड पोटेंशियल वैल्यू जिनका पॉजिटिव वैल्यू होता है वो डिपॉजिट होगा, खत्म। क्लियर एवरीवन, right? Yeah. So which has positive value, that will deposit. So it is taking too much time, and I think you guys understood about this one. Electrode potential, Nernst equation done, right? One more thing is they will ask you the question based on delta G. Delta G is equal to minus N of E naught cell. Okay, right. So about conductance of electrolysis, right? Conductions, don't forget, you should know about the significance of kappa, lambda, m, okay, and concentration, okay, and resistivity, resistance, conductance, cell constant, इन सब के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए। एंड यू नो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात यह है कि दिस ग्राफ, ये ग्राफ, डू यू नो द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ दिस ग्राफ? डू यू नो द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ दिस ग्राफ?
Strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte.
Correct. What exactly it is? Let's suppose if you have a solution of KCl and you have a solution of acidic acid, okay, and if I am doing electrolysis over here, अगर मान लो मैं यहाँ पे electrolysis कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है ना, अगर मैं यहाँ पे electrolysis कर रहा हूँ, इनका dissociation होता रहता है, right? But over the period of time, let's suppose if I am diluting them, so when I am doing dilution, indirectly what I am trying to do, beta? So when I am doing the dilution in the KCl, okay, it will dissociate as K plus and Cl minus, but still there is a attraction between them. K plus and Cl minus have a electrostatic force of attraction. So now I am breaking this attraction by just diluting it, which I mean to say, when I am breaking it, so वो dilute करते 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 क्या हो जाएगा, वो मैं उसको ऐसा dilute कर रहा हूँ, the number of ions per unit volume, number of ions per volume will decreases. So मतलब मैं यहाँ पे ये ग्राफ को ऐसा जाना है, you have to grow the graph like this, means concentration will be decreasing. Dilution means what? Concentration will be decreases, so the conduction increases. It will reach to the point where there is no change in conduction takes place. So यहाँ पे क्या हो गया, conduction maximum पहुंच गया था इस particular point को. This point is called as limiting molar conductivity at infinite dilution, or molar conductivity, okay, limiting molar conductivity, okay, or limiting molar conductivity at infinite dilution, though both are same only, right? So this point, the concentration will approaches zero. So what happened to the molar conductivity? It will be remains constant. यहाँ पे constant हो जाएगा. So to explain this one, there is a graph also there, that is D by Huckel-Ansager equation. This is called D by Huckel-Ansager equation. Very important. So you should know the slope, you should know the intercept. Sir, what happened to the weak acid? Weak acid are very rarely dissociate, right? So when we are decreasing the concentration, the conduction, will be like the conductivity will increases slowly, but at a point the conduction will increases rapidly. Why? And it will go infinite. Okay. Why? The reason being is, CH3COH is a weak acid. Degree of dissociation is very, very less. So upon diluting, what happened? The dissociation will keep on started taking place. At a point, there is a sudden dissociation will takes place, leads to sudden increase in the conduction. That is the nature of the graph. Okay. So how do you calculate the infinite dilution of weak electrolyte? क्योंकि वो तो आप कैलकुलेट नहीं कर सकते. If you look into the graph, it is achieved only at the infinite. Okay, how do you calculate the weak electrolytes conduction? By using the Kohlraasch law. By using Kohlraasch law. Again important, 2 marks question they will ask. Or else if they give for 5 marks, in that 3 marks definition and 2 marks a problem they will give you. So very important, that is Kohlraasch law of independent migration of ions. So this is the sum of the individual ion, the sum of the individual contribution of anion and cation. So this can be helpful in determining the weak electrolytes. Like मैं आपको एक क्वेश्चन दिखाता हूँ, ये वाला और ये वाला, ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, टेक्स्ट बुक में आप लोग देख लेंगे, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है, right? And after that, example 2.9 is also very important. Don't forget, everyone should aware of the units. Everyone should know about the units of kappa. You should know the units of molar conductivity. Both are very important. Units are must. Can anybody tell me what are the units of kappa? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anyone have any idea the units? Kappa. Siemens meter inverse, or ohm inverse meter inverse, or centimeter inverse. Okay. Yeah. And product of electrolysis, I said Faraday's first law, second law. You just need to do the example only. Just examples. Faraday first law. Don't forget the formula. W is equal to Z into IT. How do you calculate the Z? Equivalent weight by N. How do you calculate equivalent weight? Molecular weight by N factor. Okay. So that is the thing, right? Where N is the number of electrons. Or else you should know about the basic fundamental thing. Cu plus 2 electron gives rise to Cu. That means 2 mole of electron will deposit 1 mole of copper. Right? Which mean to say 2 Faraday charge is required to produce 1 mole. आप ऐसा यूनिटरी मेथड से भी कर सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. ठीक है, आप डायरेक्ट कर सकते हो. प्रोडक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स मैंने बोल दिया था ऑलरेडी. ठीक है सर, डू वी नीड टू स्टडी अबाउट बैटरीज? यस, फॉर 2 marks last time they asked about the fuel cells. They
So
asked
they can
about the
give
fuel
3 mark questions as well on this one, no? The differences between the 3 batteries.
Yeah,
But-
no. They can't ask all the batteries. Either they can ask you what are the products at anode and cathode. खास करके lead storage battery they will ask. They will ask you for the lead storage battery. Okay, these are very important actually. Okay, so lead storage battery one thing, and they will ask you for 2 marks what are fuel cells. Lead storage battery equation, fuel cells, they will ask. Most of the time that was you seen. Corrosion and all not important, that's deleted it seems, right? That is about electrochemistry. And let me have an eye on chemical kinetics. It's a very short chapter, we can easily done it. Remember one thing, in chemical kinetics, I'll tell you what you need to remember. In chemical kinetics, you need to remember about order of reaction, especially first order reaction. And then next, you need to report pseudo first order reaction. This is one of my favorite chapter actually. Okay. And then third, you need to know about the graphs. Sir, how do you determine the graphs? Very simple beta. तो फर्स्ट ऑर्डर के लिए ना आपका ग्राफ कुछ ऐसा आता है, ठीक है ना, जनरल इक्वेशन का. बट फॉर द जीरो ऑर्डर इट विल बी द नेगेटिव स्लोप. ओके, right? So this is very important. If you are writing in terms of log and ln, again the equation will be changed. First order k is equal to 2.303 by t into log a by a naught by a. Okay, a final. Okay, so that will be, and for the zero order reaction, concentration at initial concentration minus concentration at a time t is equal to kT. Okay, initial concentration minus like this. Okay, you need to know the graphs of both of them. You should know about the slopes also. Okay, very important thing: slope, intercept, and nature of graph. Okay, if they are asking a question, they may ask the question like this, right? Yeah. And pseudo first order question, हाँ, very important. प्रेशर वाला बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस भी आने का चांसेस ज्यादा है, ठीक है? एंड इन एग्जांपल्स क्वेश्चन कितने बार आए यार, ये क्वेश्चन तो बहुत बार आए थे, सेम क्वेश्चन केम डायरेक्टली. आई एम टेलिंग यू, केमिकल काइनेटिक्स अगर आपको स्टार्ट करना है तो जल्दी स्टार्ट कर लो इसका ना. आप इवन इफ यू डोंट नो द कॉन्सेप्ट्स a lot, you can just mug up these answers and go with them. Mug up these kind of questions. They don't deviate anywhere. They will give straightforward questions. Straightforward. So many times I have seen. How is so many times given this question? First one, 3.5 is given so many times. Sir, how you are so confident that? How do you believe? Sir, corrosion is not actually deleted from syllabus. Okay. Acha. I think last year it was deleted. I thought for corrosion. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you so much, Sayed. I thought it was deleted because no, it was not deleted. Yes, it is not deleted. Yeah, now I remember. Thank you. Right. Next, they will ask you about the relation with the rate constant and the temperature. Okay, the relation with the rate constant and the temperature. Okay, that is very important for that. And pseudo first order reaction. Just now I told you pseudo first order reaction, right? And you should know about the activation energy basics of activation energy. This is Boltzmann curve. Okay, this tells you the probability of kinetic energy. So with the increase in temperature, fraction of molecules crossing the activation energy barrier is more. This equation and the slope, very important. Arrhenius equation, K is equal to A into e to the power of minus A by RT. Super important. Very important. They will ask you the graph. They will ask you the comparison question. That means at temperature T1 and T2, they will ask you to calculate the activation energy. Okay. So, and they will ask you about the slopes, intercepts, and everything. They may also ask you about the, calculations, relation of temperature and activation energies. This one. I mean, this is this one. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yep. Yeah. So that's it. Effect of catalyst and all, you guys can do it. Collision frequency, effective collisions, it's not that necessary. Just have an eye on it. Okay. Yeah. That's it about the chemical. Sir, what else I need to remember? Chemical kinetics. Examples. Examples of zero order and first order. Zero order and first order examples are important. First order is decomposition reaction. And zero order, you know that photolytic decomposition, like sunlight or other thing. That is zero order. And radioactive decay also from the first order reaction. Now, as we have 40 minutes of time, I have done the physical chemistry. Let me tell you how we, and let's suppose if we have a question paper, how we are going to solve it. Let's see. Yeah. So this is the question paper. Let me have some water. This is a question paper. Right? This is 2023. So can you guys start answering in the chat box? If you know the answers, please do in the chat box. Right. So the colligative properties are used to determine the molar mass of polymers and proteins. Just now only I said. Just now. Okay. Correct. It is A, osmotic pressure. Okay. Right. Next. Low concentration of oxygen in blood and tissues of linear. First of all, this is, what is the chapter? This one. This is from solutions.
Solutions.
And what about this? This is also from solutions. Tell me what is the answer. Yes. लो एटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर, वेरी गुड। वन मोर थिंग, आपको बेंड्स के बारे में, एनॉक्सिया के बारे में, ठीक है ना, एनीमी के बारे में, ये सब के बारे में जानना चाहिए। थोड़ा बहुत डिसीजेस टाइप का है ना, उसका नाम थोड़ा बहुत जानना चाहिए, बिकॉज दे कैन ट्विस्ट यू इन एसेंस एंड रीजन ऑल्सो। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 3। First, how do you write the cell representation? Just we will see the oxidation, salt bridge and reduction. Oxidation, salt bridge and reduction, right? So where is oxidation, sir? How do you know oxidation? 0 से 2 होना ऑक्सीडेशन होता है, ठीक है। 2 से 0 होना रिडक्शन होता है। तो वो देखना वहां पे, मतलब 2 से मतलब क्या है कि पॉजिटिव वैल्यू या इंक्रीज वैल्यू, अगर इंक्रीज होगा तो, वैल्यू डिक्रीज होगा तो ये होगा। तो आंसर दिल्ली। गुड, वेरी गुड। अभी तो बोला था क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, डेल्टा जी एंड ई नॉट सेल फॉर स्पॉन्टेनियस विल बी, yes, delta G supposed to be negative for
Negative, positive,
spontaneous.
no?
Yeah, correct. E naught cell is positive. So this is for the electrochemical cell, that is for galvanic cell. What about electrolytic cell? उल्टा होगा, okay, right. So the answer will be Chennai. Which of the following is affected by the catalyst?
Activation energy.
Perfect, activation energy. अभी तो बोला था मैंने, how do you determine the order of reaction, like sunlight वाला, zero order, decomposition reaction, तो कौन सा केस में आता है? Sunlight, h nu, sunlight is there, so this is a type of, what type of reaction it is?
Zero order.
Zero order, sunlight is zero order। याद रखना, sunlight दिया है हो, ठीक है, एंजाइम्स के बारे में हो, लाइक बेसिक इक्वेशन को एक बार आप आइडिया लगा लो। अगर आपका रेडियो के बारे में, रेडियो एक्टिव के एलिमेंट्स दिए, या डिकम्पोजिशन ऑफ N2O4, ये वाला फर्स्ट ऑर्डर है, ठीक है। तो सनलाइट दिया तो जीरो ऑर्डर। हाँ, very easy question from transition, D and F block elements.
Excuse me, sir. So could you
Yeah.
scroll up?
Which one?
I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
For this one, delta G and E naught cell. How will that be different from electrolytic cell?
Ha, I'll tell you. Cell will be reversed. Simple. Let's suppose if I am talking about the electrolytic cell. Okay. So in electrolytic cell, you are sending the energy inside the solution. Okay. That means to say, these are your electrodes. This is your battery. Okay. And you know, this is, okay, will be the reverse. Now you are sending the energy inside the system, which mean to say electrical energy, by using the electrical energy, and you are producing non-spontaneous chemical reactions. Okay, you are producing non-spontaneous chemical reactions by providing the energy inside the solution. So which mean to say that what, वो अपने आप नहीं हो रहा है, तुम जबरदस्ती उसके अंदर reactions करवा रहे हो, मतलब chemical energy generate कर रहे हो. So that means that is a non-spontaneous. So if the non-spontaneous means what? Delta G is positive. So उनका E cell क्या हो जाएगा? Negative हो जाएगा. Why? Delta G is equal to, हाँ, got it right? Yes.
Yes, God, thank you.
Yeah. Lanthanoids का, what is the answer? Common oxidation state.
That's 3, right? No.
Yeah, it is 3. Correct. Sure, dear. Okay. There is a student asking about these things. For electrochemistry, all you need to do is, guys, I personally recommend you. Okay. If you guys have exam idea, sorry for deviating here, but just I want to tell you one thing. If you have exam idea, let me share my screen once more. Can you see the screen now? I think I am showing the exam idea book. Dear students, can you see my screen? Please, can you somebody say yes, no,
Yes, sir.
right? Yeah. So now look here, guys. I can share this PDF if you guys want. I think it's already available for you. If you guys are carrying the exam idea, it's fine. If not, please have it. Why I'm telling the because how do you do the chapter? If you have an exam idea book, how do you do? Just directly go to the PYQs. And for the PYQs, just start solving the last from bottom, like from the short answer type. I mean to say from here. From short answer question number 1, you have to start do. Okay. I'm telling you, if you keep on doing them, you can improve a lot. This is more than enough because it covers all the PYQs. And the answers is also clear cut given how to write, how much you need to write. Okay. So I recommend everyone to have this PDF. And if you guys have an hard copy, it's fine. If not, I'll post here. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. I'll post. Guys, can just give me check it. I'm just sending in the thing. And one more PDF also I'll send. I'm sharing the physical chemistry must do. Guys, do you got the PDF for physical chemistry must do? Check in your chat box. Please respond if you got the physical chemistry must do. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right. So that PDF is very important. That is selective questions. And ideally that I have taken from, what you can say, important concepts. And I have in touch with other teachers as well across the India. I've been into a WhatsApp group. So with them, with the discussions, finally I made this kind of paper, which is highly useful for that. And one more thing, exam idea is also loading in the chat box. It will be, shown, it will be uploaded there. Once it is done, just let me know. Okay. Yeah. So now coming back to this. Right. So again, I'm repeating how to do the exam idea. Exam idea first principle. What is the first principle of exam idea is, if you are worried, like let's suppose if you are worried, sir, I am getting only 25 marks, I am getting 30 marks, sir, I am unable to write the constructive answers, or sir, I am just missing the marks, sir, I am getting 50 plus 55 plus, but I am unable to score. Okay. So I want to improve 60, I want to get 65, right? So my simple suggestion to all of you, first important thing is go to the short answer questions in exam idea. And once you are into the short answer questions, then you go to the very short answer to long answer, come to the MCQs, right? And in exam idea you have lot of assertion and reason questions. There are some answers are wrong, beta. Okay, there some answers might be wrong because this is a old edition. You please cross verify. Okay. Yeah, that's about this one. Yeah, we will again come back. Just a minute. I'll stop sharing here. Can you see the screen? Yeah. Answers are next to at the end of the PDF only. Like you can have the answers at the end of the PDF. Okay. Right. Next. Can you answer the question number 8?
Sir, ionization.
Ionization isomerism. Yes. Many students often have a confusion between ionization and linkage. Coordination isomerism you can easily identify. How you if you have two brackets, na, blindly go with the coordination isomerism. Okay. And for linkage isomerism, you should have a ambident ligand like NO2, CN, SCN. Okay, these all are ambident ligands. Huh? Okay, and you know how to name them also. Nitrito N, nitrito O, and everything stuff. Right. The next one. Synthesis of the alkyl fluoride is best for
Schwartz ring.
Schwartz reaction. Very good. What about the Sandmeyer reaction? What is Frankenstein reaction?
So that's for
Finkelstein is,
iodine.
yeah,
Iodine. Very good. And what about the Sandmeyer?
to diazonium salt we add copper halide.
Cu2Ca. X2. Okay.
Yes.
Right. CuHCl will be Getterman. Okay. And Sandmeyer diazonium salt. Next, question number 10. What is the name of the reagent? Can anybody tell me? What is the name of the reagent? The answer is B. Huh? Okay.
Is it Lucas reagent?
Perfect. Perfect. Can you tell me what is the answer for this?
A, sir.
A. Okay. Guys, can you please tell me in the chat box, do you receive the exam idea PDF?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Right. Yeah. So next, if you look into this one, question number 10, on answer is A.
Yes,
Right.
sir. Yeah.
So what is the intermediate form here? What is the intermediate? Carbocation. Okay. So tertiary will give you turbidity immediately, and secondary will take 5 minutes. Primary won't give. Okay. And what is the type of reaction it is? Substitution reaction. Okay. Next. Yeah. 11. What is the name reaction for question number 11?
So
NaOH
bromide
Br.
degradation reaction.
HBD. Happy birthday. Hydrobromine. Okay. Half man bromamide degradation. Right. Half man bromamide degradation. ब्रोमीन हाफ मैन क्या कर रहा है ब्रोमीन को डिग्रेडेशन कर रहा है राइट सो वन मोर थिंग सेम थिंग यू विल ऑब्जर्व NaOH in the presence of Br2 or I2 you will see most of the cases if you see I2 or if you do X2 what is the type of reaction called NaOH in the presence of X2
Sir, this is iodoform or haloform reaction.
a haloform reaction what does it do haloform reaction what is the must and should condition for haloform
Sir, alpha methyl group.
perfect you should have a methyl cation group and you can also have an alcohol group that is at the second carbon okay why because alcohols will be oxidized to ketones right so either you can have this one or you can have this one haloform reaction what are the products you'll get for haloform reaction
Sir, you'll get that haloform, and then for the main chain, you will get a carboxylic acid salt. You will get with sodium.
carboxylic salt of carboxylic acid plus haloform very good CHI3 or CH62 very good. So in Kenizaro what happened how do you identify Kenizaro and aldol
So
How do you
Canizaro, there is
Concentrated
takes place.
alkali.
perfect in Kenizaro what are the byproducts products I mean to say
Sir, one will be
Canizaro.
carboxylic acid, one will be alcohol.
perfect good nice yeah so next if you look into this one will be degradation मतलब इस carbonyl group को हटा दो तो आंसर आ जाएगा बॉम्बे next question number 12 which of the following is the least basic
C, sir.
C why because The
Aryl
lone pair on the lone pair on the nitrogen will involve in the delocalization. Okay, so the lone pair involved in the delocalization. Can you guys tell me the order of basic strength?
Sir, okay. It'll be A, then D, then B, then C.
No, but the question over here is it is least basic. They didn't mention about anything. So we need to directly see the basic strength based upon the plus I group. Okay, more the plus I group, more will be the basic strength. So tertiary will be the first. That means D first, then A first, then B, and at the last is C. DABC.
Sir, in
Okay.
these questions, sir, so like they don't tell you whether it's gaseous medium or if it's aqueous medium, and in
Yes.
aqueous medium the order is a bit different. So
Different. I'll tell you. For aqueous, I can tell you a trick also. Aqueous, when you have methyl and ethyl, right? Methyl means one carbon, ethyl means two carbons, correct? Methyl
yes.
means one. One means less number. Less number means 2, 1, 3. Ethyl means 2. That is big number. Big number means 231. 213 means what? Secondary, primary, and tertiary. Okay. For methylamines, this is the order: secondary, primary, tertiary. For ethylamines, secondary, tertiary, and primary. Okay. Why
Okay.
these exceptions are observed? Because of steric hindrance,
Hydrogen.
because of hydrogen bonding, and because of ionization enthalpy. Sorry, solvation energy. Okay. And this one, inductive effect. Not ionization energy, inductive effect. Yeah, so these all factors are responsible for the irregularities in the basic strength. Very important, amylase and amylopectin. Amylase and amylopectin. Which is water soluble? Amylase or amylopectin?
Sir,
Amylase.
Sorry, guys.
Amylase, sir.
Amylase is water soluble, right?
Yes.
And what about amylopectin? Water insoluble. And amylopectin, you have two links, that is C1, C4 and C1, C6. Cross linked, you'll have brains. And whereas in case of amylase, you'll have only straight, that is C1, C4 is the linkage. Alpha helix structure is basically observed in
Polypeptides.
Polypeptides. Very good. Yep. In assertion and reason, this is where I want to help you guys. Assertion and reason, look into this one. In assertion and reason, first assertion, if you look, NH3 group is ortho and para directing in electrophilic substitution reaction. Aniline is not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. First, the moment when we look into this question, comes from the amines chapter. I'll show you directly where it is. In amines chapter, if you go over here, you can look here. Yeah. Here you see, aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation. What is the reason for it? This is due to the salt formation with the aluminum chloride. Direct question from the NCERT. They just put it from there. Okay. And one more thing, it is aniline acquires positive charge and hence it acts as a strong deactivating group for further reaction. So guys, they can also, sir, could you revise the concept of basic strength question about? Yeah, I'll tell you before going to that. See, for 2 marks, they will ask, or for assertion and reason, they will ask. Just focus here. Aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts reaction. Why? That either alkylation or acylation. You know, alkylation means add of CH3 group. Acylation means, that is C double bond O CH3 group. Okay, addition on benzene rings. Okay, these are acting as electrophiles, electrophilic substitution reactions. So, मतलब aniline electrophilic substitution reaction क्यों नहीं होगा? Question either they can ask question like this, or they can ask the question directly Friedel-Crafts reaction. Now, you know that whenever we have whenever we are talking about Friedel-Crafts, you will take AlCl3 as a catalyst. So which is a Lewis acid? Why it is Lewis acid? Because this is electron deficient. क्योंकि उनका 6 electrons होता ना AlCl3 में, right? So this is electron deficient. Now what is the problem with this electron deficient? It will directly go to the aniline group. Why? Because nitrogen is carrying the lone pair. Correct. So now what happened? This AlCl3 with the curiosity, it will directly come to the nitrogen because here these electrons are free. Yes, sir, these electrons earlier you said they involve in delocalization. They involve in delocalization. Yes, brother, they involve. But more important thing is they are available, right? First of all. So it will directly attack on the ammonia, which leads to formation of a positive charge. Aniline acquires the positive charge and hence it will act as a strong deactivating group. Minus M group की तरह act करेगा. Minus M group की तरह act करेगा. So that is the reason aniline does not undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation. That is one of the point you need to remember. You can see direct, you can see the assertion. NH2 group by acetylation reaction with acidic anhydride. Not this one. This here. Aniline is protonated to form anilinium ion, which is a meta-directing. This is why besides the ortho and para directive, significant amount of meta-directive is also formed. Okay. Here. Ortho and para positions to the NH2 group becomes centers of high electron density. So thus NH2 group is a ortho and para directing and powerful activating groups. This is the question they are asked in the board PIQ. Just now we have seen. So what is the answer, guys? Both are correct, but B answer will be B. Both are correct, but not explanation of A. Can you tell this one? Same. Again, it is from amines. Acetylation of aniline gives monosubstituted product. Yes. Guys, very, very important. Either they will ask you the question directly or they can ask you any assertion and reason. I'll show you where it is exactly. In the amines, this one, this. They will ask convert from aniline to 4-bromoaniline, or they can also ask from acetanilide to 4-bromoaniline. They will ask directly. Okay. And what is the reason for that? We should know the reason is main problem encountered during the electrophilic substitution on the aromatic rings due to their high reactivity. So substitution tends to occur at ortho and para position simultaneously. To avoid this one, we need to control the substitution. How do you control? By protecting the NH2 group by NH2. Sorry, by protecting the NH2 group by acetylation, which is done by the acidic anhydride. So then carrying out a desired substitution followed by the hydrolysis to the amide to following the substituted amine. तो मतलब सिंपल सी बात यह है, पहले हम अमाइंस को अमाइड्स में कन्वर्ट करेंगे, देन हम कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं सब्स्टिट्यूशन को. Why? Can anybody tell me? Conversion of amides controls. Why?
Because sir, that will also it will also show resonance or conjugation. So then those
what
electrons.
type of conjugation? Plus M or minus M?
Which group, sir?
Amide group.
Minus
M group. Perfect. These lone pair are there. So this lone pair, this will act as minus M group. So that's why it is trying to reduce the electron density on the positions. So only at para positions you have less impact. That's why at the para position, mono substitution is possible. So why we are making amide? The reason should be because it will try to reduce the electron density. मतलब reactivity थोड़ा कम करेगा तो एक ही जगह पे आएगा product. So what is the answer for this? The answer for this one is, yeah. So the activating effect of NH2 group is more than that of the amino group. एक तो वो होगा, and this can be answer A. It increases the activation at one position. Next. Activation, एक second रुको. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है इसमें. It is I think R is false, no? It is false. It will reduces. Yeah. Molecularity is 2. Yes, correct. 2 molecules of reactive element reaction. Yes, both. A. Low spin tetrahedral complexes are rarely observed. Why? Because the splitting in the tetrahedral complexes are less. In tetrahedral complexes, the splitting is very less. So both are correct. A only. Yeah. Next. What is Henry's law? Just now I told. They will ask you the question. Okay, basic strength one. Okay, so basic strength. Remember, basic strength they will ask in 2 ways. One with the gaseous, another one with the aqueous. Okay, so in the gaseous phase, you no need to worry. Tertiary, secondary, primary for anything. Okay, but whereas in case of aqueous you should for methyl. The methyl order is different. Methyl means what? Let's suppose CH3NH2 and CH3N, CH3H, and the next one CH3 and CH3 and CH3. So this is primary methylamine, secondary methylamine, and this is tertiary methylamine. Correct? So now, what exactly happened in the aqueous solution? These are surrounded with the water molecules also. Now, there are so many factors involved. One is steric hindrance, another one is inductive effect, another one is hydrogen bonding, which means hydration. Okay, hydration energy is also involved. Steric hindrance, inductive effect, hydration energy. So these 3 factors are involving. Because of this, there is a irregularity in the basic strength. Like if you look into the methyl groups, the order will be 2, 1, 3. Okay, if I am talking about the ethyl, that will be 2, 3, 1. Okay, yeah. So it is 2, 1, 3 and this is 2, 3, 1. What do you mean by 2, 1, 3? Sir, how do you remember the 2, 1, 3? 2, 1, 3 will be easily remembered because this is methyl. Methyl मतलब क्या है? एक कार्बन है, ठीक है ना? तो मतलब छोटा वाला है. नेक्स्ट इथाइल है. इथाइल मतलब बड़ा वाला है. तो बड़ा वाला मतलब बड़ा नंबर क्या होता है? 231. छोटा नंबर क्या होता है? 213. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय 213? सेकेंडरी, प्राइमरी एंड टेरिशरी. What about it? Bada number, that is secondary, tertiary, and primary. Got it now, Syed?
Yes, sir, got it. But could you just tell me the reason behind the gaseous state order 3 to 1?
3 to 1 because plus I groups only. More plus I groups, more will be the basic strength.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you look into these groups, so these are more plus I group. They are electron donating groups, na? So they are increasing the, electron density on the nitrogen. So nitrogen have a free capacity to donate it electrons. Here it is plus I group. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yep. Yeah. Can you guys answer question number A? Just now we discussed today in the starting.
Sir, B will be the strong one.
B is strong.
Why?
Because in weaker ones, the dilution graph is exponential.
पर लेकिन आपको पता है ये जब तक आप लिखोगे नहीं आपको मार्क्स नहीं मिलेगा. ये स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड है, ये वीक एसिड है. ये ग्राफ ड्रा करके आपको एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो यू नीड टू मेंशन बी इज strong electrolyte and A is weak electrolyte or weak acid also you can say. You can calculate this one, electric resistance. You know about the calculating conductivity. Conductivity means kappa. Kappa is equal to G into G star. I always remember this one very easily. Okay. So G into G star means what? Gopichan star. My name is Gopino, so it's very easy to remember. Okay, yeah. So now it is this one. Ha. How do you complete this equation, guys? I forgot to tell you. Completing the equations, they can ask you in a different manner, guys. Different manner. What they will say? They will ask you MnO4 minus प्रिपरेशन पूछा जा सकता है. एक तो फ्लो चार्ट आपको पता होना चाहिए ना. फ्रॉम पायरोजलाइट. पायरोजलाइट से आप पहले क्या बनाओगे? पोटेशियम मैंगनेट बनाओगे. देन उसके बाद आप उसको क्या करोगे? देन thereafter place in the presence of O2 you can make it KMnO4, right? Yeah, electrolysis. Okay. ये चीज, this one you should know. And one more thing, how do you convert from chromate to dichromate? ठीक है ना, ये येलो वाला और ये ऑरेंज वाला. तो आपका पीएच लो होना चाहिए, यहाँ पे पीएच हाई होना चाहिए. ये पता होना आपको एसिडी का और बेसिक वाला. ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट बेटा, ठीक है ना, ये देखना थोड़ा सा, राइट. नेक्स्ट. हाँ, कन्वर्जेंस. कन्वर्जन अगर हम देखा जाए, सो MnO4 माइनस एंड Cr2O7 2 माइनस. इसका बेसिक फंडामेंटल इक्वेशन एवरीबॉडी शुड रिमेंबर. हाउ डू यू MnO4 माइनस? वन मोर थिंग, एसिडिक मीडियम और बेसिक मीडियम. बेसिक मीडियम इट विल कन्वर्ट टू MnO2. इन बेसिक it will convert to MnO2. In acidic it will come into Mn+2. So पहले मैं acidic का दिखाता हूँ. MnO4 minus gives rise to Mn+2. Here you have 4 oxygen, so other side you have to add 4H2O. Here you have 8 hydrogen, so here you need to add 8H plus. Then you need to calculate the difference in oxidation state. The difference is 5, so just add 5 electron here. Okay, so this is the equation, oxidizing nature equation for the MnO4 minus. Same if I do for Cr2O7 2 minus, it will be 14H plus 6 electrons gives rise to Cr plus 3 plus 7H2O. So this is the equation. And इसमें सबसे ज्यादा important आपको एग्जाम में ऑक्सलेट टू कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, ये आपसे पूछेगा. ऑक्सलेट पता है ना, C2O4 2 minus gives rise to 2CO2 plus 3 electrons. ठीक है, ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है, बैलेंस करना. और दूसरा H2S वाला भी, H2S टू सल्फाइड, दैट इज सल्फाइड आयन टू सल्फर. ये वाला कन्वर्शन भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट नाइट्रेट वाला वो सब करेंगे आप, बेसिक इक्वेशन तो करेंगे. एंड नेक्स्ट बेसिक मीडियम में, बेसिक मीडियम I-2 IO3-, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट गाइस. इस पे थोड़ा नजर डालिए, ठीक है ना, ये थोड़ा कई बार आया है एग्जाम में. Basic medium, how do you convert I- to IO3-? Okay, so that you guys can do, I believe. Okay, next question number 22, guys. Question number 22, can you tell me with PCl5 what will happen?
Sir, we will have like chlorine in the middle position. It'll become
What are the byproducts?
HCl,
POCl3. Don't forget,
POCl3, yes sir.
yeah, right, because आपको मेंस में पूछा का चांस हो सकता है. तो इसमें आपको मिल जाएगा 1 2 3. इसमें आपको ये मिल जाए. मैं बॉन्ड लाइन में करता हूँ बेटा ताकि इजी होता है, थोड़ा आलसी हूँ. तो यहाँ पे Cl आ जाएगा. देन विथ AgCN होगा तो क्या होगा आपका? आइसोसाइनाइड
Isohydride.
बनेगा. Why
Yes,
आइसोसाइनाइड?
because AgCN is a covalent bond.
एंड वन मोर थिंग इज, रीजन भी पता होना चाहिए आपको. बॉन्ड बिटवीन नाइट्रोजन एंड कार्बन कार्बन वाला. ठीक है, व्हाट हैपन विद द KCN विद द साइनाइड.
Yes sir. Ionic bond.
राइट. नेक्स्ट वन विद द इथेनॉल KOH, beta elimination.
Propylene. Yes sir.
Beta elimination. And this is dehydrohalogenation. Okay, right. And now what you are going to get, you'll get a propene. Correct. Many students ना, मेरा बैचमेट भी, मेरा स्टूडेंट भी यही किए थे HBr के साथ. What happened with HBr, guys?
There will be Markovnikov.
Yes. वो लोग ये कह रहे थे कि सर HBr है ना एंटी मार्कोनिकॉव। मैंने
But there's
स्कूल
no
टीचर ने बोला,
peroxide, sir.
हाँ उनका स्कूल टीचर ने ऐसा बोला था कि HBr होगा तो एंटी मार्कोनिकॉव कर दे, ठीक है ना। वो मत भूलना, HBr होगा तो आपको क्या होना चाहिए, HBr आने से आपके नीचे पेरोक्साइड होना चाहिए। बेंजोइल पेरोक्साइड भी लिख देता, आप सिंपल आपको बेंजोइल पेरोक्साइड दे देता है। और इसका मैकेनिज्म क्या है बताओ, ये है एंटी मार्कोनिकॉव। इसका इंटरमीडिएट क्या बनेगा,
Sir,
फ्री
free
रेडिकल
radical.
बनेगा, राइट, ठीक है ना। इसमें कोई रीअरेंजमेंट होता है बेटा?
No,
नो
sir.
रीअरेंज,
Only in carbocation.
है ना। तो मार्कोनिकॉव में रीअरेंजमेंट होगा या रिंग एक्सपेंशन भी हो सकता है। ओके, वो चीज पता होना चाहिए। डू गुड गुड गुड।
Excuse me, sir.
या डियर।
Sir, could you tell why with AgCN there will be isocyanide?
I will show you why I should tell. I will directly show you the question. Then it will be easy for you, halogen and the derivatives. This, okay, yeah. AgCl is mainly covalent in nature, and nitrogen is free to donate the electron pair to form the isocyanate. Okay, got it, dear?
Okay. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Good. Next, ये तो हो गए, ये तो हो गए, ये तो हो गए। हाँ, phenol is stronger acid than alcohol. क्यों?
Sir, phenoxide ion is
Phenoxide
resonant
ion,
with us.
phenoxide ion is the strongest one. Resonance की वजह से delocalization, तो नेगेटिव चार्ज बढ़िया होगा, वहां से प्रोटॉन डीप्रोटोनेशन काफी इजी होगा कंपेरेटिव टू अल्कोहल, ठीक है। या so boiling point of alcohol decreases with the increase in branching of alkyl chain because surface area,
Surface area van der Waals forces.
right, van der Waals forces, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट मैकेनिज्म बात करना है, डिहाइड्रेशन। व्हाट आर द स्टेप्स फॉर डिहाइड्रेशन मैकेनिज्म? deprotonation, formation of carbocation, and at the end formation of an alkene. Sorry, end में deprotonation है, first protonation, then formation of carbocation, end में deprotonation। 3 steps। कौन सा चैप्टर है ये? अल्कोहल फिनॉल ईथर्स। ये रहा, this one. First one is protonated alcohol, second one is formation of carbocation, third one is deprotonation. Got it? इन देखो अल्कोहल फिनॉल ईथर्स में आपको एक तो ये मैकेनिज्म आ सकता है, नहीं है तो फर्स्ट वाला एसिड हाइड्रेशन कैटलिस्ट है ना, वो वाला आ सकता है।
And sir, one reaction mechanism from ethers, Williamson synthesis वाला.
विलियमसन सिंथेसिस। यार मैं ना हाइड्रोबोरेशन ऑक्सीडेशन का एक शॉर्ट ट्रिक बनाया था यार, वेयर इट इज, डिफरेंस में इसमें नहीं कहा था, नोट्स था, मैंने एक ट्रिक बनाया था यार, दैट इज सो एक्चुअली अमेजिंग था। मैं भेज देता हूँ उसका, ठीक है ना। मैं एक सेकंड, आई विल चेक इट नाउ, आई कांट रिकॉल इट बट इट वाज वेरी गुड। मैं बॉन्ड लाइन रिप्रेजेंटेशन से करा था, बॉन्ड लाइन रिप्रेजेंटेशन इजीली रिमेंबर कर सकते हैं। कार्बोलामाइन रिएक्शन पता है ना आपको,
Yes, sir.
आइसोसाइनाइड बनता है। So
Isocyanide.
primary amines and aromatic amines. So it is used to distinguish between the primary, second and tertiary. Okay. What is the reagent and reactant? Chloroform वाला reagent है, reactant तो amine है, isocyanide बनेगा, correct?
Sir,
What?
KOH.
Yeah. Riemann-Tiemann reaction का intermediate क्या है बेटा? What is the Riemann-Tiemann reactions intermediate? CCl2, chlorocarbene. Okay. Got it?
Okay, sir.
हाँ, नेक्स्ट वन इज गैब, कार्बोलामाइन रिएक्शन तो डन हो गया। नेक्स्ट गैब्रियल थैलामाइड सिंथेसिस, प्राइमरी अमाइन प्रिपरेशन। ओके, राइट। हाँ Dinakar, you can ask the link to your support team, they will provide. क्योंकि the
Sure, sir.
taxes I don't have. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Next one is open structure of D straight chain. Straight chain करने के लिए कौन सा यूज होता है? Straight chain HI.
Sir, HI.
Yes. Alcohol presence के लिए alcohol presence के लिए एसिडिक एनहाइड्रेट. ठीक है. एंड नेक्स्ट कार्बोनाइल ग्रुप के लिए ब्रोमीन वाटर टेस्ट. एंड दूसरा साइनोहाइड्रिन वाला टेस्ट भी कर सकते हैं. दैट हाइड्रोक्सिल अमाइन कर सकते हैं, नहीं तो HCN के साथ भी कर सकते हैं. डन. ओके. व्हाट आर द टाइप ऑफ लिंकेजेस? पेप्टाइड लिंकेजेस तो सब पता होगा. तो अगर हम ऐसा करते जाएंगे बहुत कुछ टाइम लगेगा. बट आइडियली मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि यू नो आई नो इट लाइक एक सेशन में पूरा करना काफी डिफिकल्ट होता है. If possible, I'll try for the next session. I hope you like my webinar. I mean, it's a class जो भी है, ठीक है ना? तो it's up to you guys. Like how you guys felt about the session. I just want to feedback. Anyone? Can you please share your feedback? Thank you, Fayaz. Okay, Dinkar, I'll try. Thank you, Mahi. Yeah, Fayaz, I'll try. Thank you. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you, Dinkar. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thanks for your feedback. I'll try my level best for the next time to continue. Okay, so all the very best. If you not meet next time, but tell you all the very best. But I will be available for you. Like you can, just ask your management. They can provide the things, whatever it is necessary, right? So I don't like to give, but as you people are asking, this is my Indian number. I use WhatsApp on this. So for doubts, you can send me. I can explain. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Right. We can end up the session.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Bye. Pranati, thank you. Okay, guys, I'm ending the class. Bye-bye.